Hello, how's it going today? It's Frankie here and I'm back with another movie review. Now this is probably the best movie that I've ever seen. The storyline was good, the plot was good. It nearly made me emotional, no joke in that one. And it's called Disquiet. It starts off with a guy waking up from a coma in hospital after a car accident. And he eventually gets attacked by this old dude that actually wakes up from a coma as well. And he starts stabbing him and stuff like that. And after he does that, his body just disappears. And then, he walks around the hospital trying to know what's going on. And there's another scene where this girl called Monica wakes up. And three girls are standing each side of her. I don't know what they're about to do. And they start going crazy. And this guy they make out to the guy is called Sam. And he comes to save her. And he attacks these, women and trying to help her and rescue her. And then they go out into the lobby and stuff like that. And he comes across this doctor. Right, bear in mind, watch the movie first and then watch my review before I continue even further onto this. It's absolutely incredible. I might not give out every single scene and part in this movie, and some of the scenes might not be in order, but just watch it. There's going to be some stuff I miss out, but I'm going to show it as much as possible. And he eventually comes across a doctor called Lilith, who I thought could have been his wife, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably somebody else who's playing a different character. I've forgotten his wife's name anyway, but we'll get on to it anyway. And his wife, not his wife, no, this doctor saves him after he got attacked. I don't know, by something. I think by, not Audi or something, but yeah. Forget about that, because she saves him after he got attacked by this old dude, but this middle-aged dude that has no face. And she eventually takes him, and this guy in a wheelchair, after she wheels Sam out into like another room, and this guy called Virgil's in a wheelchair, was asking about what's going on. It's a weird movie. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, literally. And, I knew there was something about him when it came towards the movie, but it's quite obvious how the end is going to be anyway, but let me continue. And then he also wakes up from another room after the doctor put him there. And there was this police officer. What's his name? Is it Carter? God, I forgot the police officer's name. I'll just say officer. And this officer asks, what's happened? We need to try and get out. And Sam is trying to say, well, how do we do that? I had him meant to go downstairs. And, the officer says, oh, well, that's a good idea. But have you looked at the windows? Looked at the windows, darkness. And then they eventually come across this, middle-aged dude again. And, Lily tries to get him to talk to him and stuff like that. It's a lot to take in this movie. But I'm going to show it as much as possible. And then he turns around, he sees the officer disappeared. So he's wondering what the hell is going on. And he goes with Virgil and this doctor to the whole way to talk to this dude. Because Virgil suggests, why don't you talk to the guy? Talk to this guy and see what he wants. And then he tried talking, but this girl obviously is like, she tells him, she points something at him and he looks at the light and it explodes. He faints and stuff like that. You might know where the story's going. And then they start to, go do a flashback of these other characters that have been through something, how they got there to begin with. Wasn't quite sure how the police officer got there, but they show a flashback of the police officer shooting this dude, shooting a person that was in the shop with a gun. He also, he's one of those kind of officers basically, the story goes along. And then they also rescue out this other dude too. And he's wondering what's happening. That's the one that the officer shot as well. You know what I'm doing when it gets to the story. I don't mention anything about that. It's just in case YouTube will take my video down or something. I don't know. But yeah, as you can tell, the story's going along that way. And this officer, he shoots the dude that he already shot beforehand. He shoots him in the head. Bear that in mind. He shoots him in the head. And then after when the officer disappears or whatnot, after when the officer turned to go out, a front entrance, they looked down and it was like, where's the head gone? The head, the person that the doctor killed. And then, the officer goes towards the lift and he's like, okay, let's get out of here quickly. And he drags him in. And then they're desperately looking for a way out. And then they eventually get out downstairs. That's where they told they were going to be. They go downstairs and it turns out that dude was still alive. I've forgotten this dude's name. I got shot, but I'm just going to say dude, right? The dude came out and started attacking the officer because he said that, he doesn't trust the officer and stuff like that. So you probably know where the story's going, and he's, and the officer shoots him and stuff like that. and then the officer gets took again, and it was like, where's the body gone? So again, I kind of knew how the story was going to go, but it's still incredible storyline and plot twist. You know, not necessarily a twist as such, but it's kind of like a typical ending, but still a great movie. And there was also that one scene where they noticed a morgue before that part started happening, and they saw three bodies lifted up after the Lily and Monica and Sam looked, and it's like, oh my god, the bodies are risen. They're the three bodies that were killed previously. That would, you know what I mean. And you once you get involved in that, they involved the ones from the flashbacks basically. And then they find that the Lily, was actually one of them. Was a negative person that wanted to keep him in. Oh, and then they had to get to the roof. That's what, Virgil told Sam. He said, we got to get to the roof. It's safe up there. They go back into the lift and Sam said, am I dead? What's happening to me? And Virgil said, I don't think, no, you're not dead necessarily. And they had to get to a roof and they had to take another elevator. And then they would approach this room where babies get, after they're born and stuff, get put in an incubator or something like that. And he hears a baby crying. And this part made me a bit emotional here, I can't lie. But I'm not being cringy or anything. This actually made me emotional, but because it's touching and it's fitting. Horror movies don't have to do this because they might portray it as like not scary enough. It needs to be scary throughout. But something like this makes the storyline incredible. Like he sees like his wife and his daughter. I think he's hallucinated. At this point because it wasn't necessarily like that when it came to the ending bit, and you'll see why. And Virgil's like, "You okay?" He said, "Yeah, just get me out of here, please." And Virgil started giving back a bit of a talk, saying, "Well, you're not quite dead yet, That's a bit of a sound was about to come. And so after he gets into the floor that he gets off at, he eventually gets, like, taken by this, like, not taken by this nurse, but the nurse dragged him on the floor, saying, I told you to get back into your bed. And then he sees that he's in the reality of the hospital, but no one ever notices him because I think he's some sort of spirit or something like that. And he sees him in a coma trying to recover. And it all comes back together now what's happened. They showed so many other flashbacks in the movie after Virgil was telling him, Virgil was going to lecture, and there was all these flashbacks of how Lily and this Virgil dude was involved. It's like they were their guides or something. It turns out Virgil was his guide. So I knew there was something about that dude, that the way he was talking, he sounded a bit wise. I knew there was something off about Lily as well. I did think, I don't know, Lily could have been like one of them as I thought. I thought she was going to turn into one of them in some scene, but she didn't. And, it's crazy. It really is. And he sees this girl that was standing at the lift and he says, we need to get out of here quickly. The flashbacks it was kind of a bit confusing because they just went back to other parts of it, trying to prove to how it all ties in together. So you gotta watch it to find out anyway. And he goes up, as he's about to enter the roof, he messages his wife. I don't know how they do it in the spirit world like that because I didn't think that was possible, having phones and stuff like that. So it's a bit unrealistic right there. And he says, "Oh, I love you too," and as the girl entered first, they show her because her face looked all burnt, so obviously that's the spirit type of world right there. After the bandages are off, and they see her in the bed, just like, and the mom's next to her. I don't know if she survived or not. I thought she would. I'm not sure. That scene wasn't that clear. And then Sam goes into the light, and his pregnant wife starts saying, "No, please save me," because she made him put his hand on her stomach because she was pregnant and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't think he survived, and that's I think it was quite heartbreaking. That it was like nearly made me emotional, but I don't think he survived just purely because of the monitor going over it. So I don't think he survived, but it was touching. It hit me right there. It actually made me really emotional. The storyline, the dialogue, the movie. It started off incredible. I was hooked on it. Because I love movies like this with a bit of mystery, like what's going on, why is he going through this? I had other endings, bearing in mind, I was like, he's probably dead the entire time. As soon as he woke up, I was like, yeah, he's in a spirit world. That's why he couldn't get out, because when you're in a spirit world, I don't know what it's like to be in a ghost, right? Never been one. But I could imagine it's going to be a lot like that. Makes me not want to be a ghost, makes me not want to die now. If that's what the spirit world is like, I don't want to be trapped in there forever. So he made the right choice. I think he was manipulated by the city chick to actually go to the I think the parking lot, to the basement part where the parking lot is, and it sort of symbolized heaven and hell. But Virgil said it's not heaven and hell. It's no construct. It's just like one. It's just that you're trapped, but then you want to escape. So I thought he should have made the choice to actually stay with his body, basically, and yeah, he should have made the choice to go back. Because I'm pretty sure ghosts that go back to their body, they end up becoming alive again. But he decided to lead us because he really needed to get out. But maybe it meant to follow the ladders and to stay alive. That's probably what it meant. But please, in the comments, make it clear about those flashbacks as well, because I was a bit confused. I had a bit of an idea, but it's still very confusing. I think maybe it meant they're not actually the people that were dead, they were just the guide telling them. So that's probably what it was. You know, I don't know, it was all a bit like, a bit confusing, but I think I have the right idea of it. So it was mesmerizing, that so incredible movie. Like, literally, great work for this. It could have been other endings you could have put. Like, he woke up and it was all just like he was in a mental institution, or he woke up, he's probably possessed. Well, possessed, that doesn't make any sense. But he probably would have actually woke up and he found it was a near-death experience. I had that theory too, but as soon as he woke up, I was like, yeah, I know how this might end. That all of them were just trying to find a way. They were trying to find a way out as well, because the rest of them were dead, and I think he's trying to guide them somehow. Maybe that's my opinion of it, but I don't think all of you would have the same opinion. So yeah, it's an incredible movie. Please watch it. Seriously, unless I can't stop thinking about the movie now. One of my favourite horror movies in the last few years, actually, if I'm being quite honest. I've seen other good horror movies. This one is more unique about it though. It really is. I know I missed out a lot of scenes, but please watch it. The rating's got to be a 10 out of 10. Absolutely flawless. There should be more movies like this. This is the true meaning of a horror mystery thriller. This is what I love. I love the mystery in a horror. More movies like this. Please give me more movies like this. Any suggestions for movies like this, please tell me, because this is what I love in a movie. Is stuff like this. But the ending's typical. I don't think they could have made it any more different. I think it makes sense that he died in that situation, because why else would he not leave? And why else would there be nobody else around if that was the case? Unless it's part of a scientific experiment. And that he could... I was probably also thinking that too. I'm pretty sure I was. I should know what I was thinking of. But yeah, you know, they could have done the ending where he woke up and he was in an experiment. Who knows? Could have been a variety of things they could have used. But they used the one which would make more sense anyway with the storyline. Anyways, 10 out of 10 is. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, share, everyone know, subscribe and hit the notification below. So I'll see you in my next video.